Hi, welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about additional services or add-ons for your window cleaning business. So stay tuned and we're going to go through them. Additional services, are they worth doing? Now, for me personally, it can get a little bit boring if you're just cleaning windows every day, all day, and that's all you do. I like to break up the week by doing some additional services for people. And I think if I've got a customer and they're willing to pay me to do something extra while I'm at their house, I would rather do it than them get someone else in to do it. They already trust me. They already know I'm reliable and I do a good job. Why wouldn't I offer those extra things to them? Now, it's not always as simple as you can do it. You might need some extra equipment. And you might need to plan in that job into your schedule. So it can be a little bit difficult. But for me, they are worth doing. I did a while ago, I did a video about how to organise your window cleaning round for maximum efficiency. I'll put a link up here to watch that video and also down in the description. Now, as said in that video, I plan my window cleaning round over about 4 weeks, but not every day is full of window cleaning. I like to keep a couple of days a week, 1.5, 2 days a week free in the schedule. And then when people get in contact and ask for some additional services, then I'm able to plan them in on that day. If one of my regular customers asks me to do something extra for them, I will try and plan it in when I'm next in the area or next at their house so that I'm not making extra trips to and from their property. But how would you fit it in if your round is so packed? Would it earn more money than you would when you're window cleaning? Now, as I just said, I don't pack out my round completely. That gives me the space. But if you've got a full round of window cleaning, then you may have to just move the schedule on a day. But you've got to make it worthwhile doing. Now, for me, they are worth doing. I think if I do some additional services and they're priced correctly, I can earn about 40% more in a day doing some additional services on top of the window cleaning than I can just doing window cleaning. So for me, they absolutely are worth it. So, additional services that you could offer your current window cleaning customers. I'm going to start at the ones that are easy to get into because you already have the equipment, right up to the ones where you need to invest quite a bit of money into the equipment to do the job. So let's get started into that. Now, if you're cleaning windows with your water-fed pole, you already have the water-fed pole, the brushes, the water, etc. And something that is really easy for you to get into is cleaning conservatory roofs. Now, you will have a lot of customers as you go around and pick up customers. They will have conservatories, and you notice that the roofs are getting quite dirty, and you can mention that to your customer, but you can offer to clean that as a service. The only thing I would say about conservatory roofs is they are a lot harder to clean than you realise. They take a lot longer to clean than you maybe think originally. I remember the first conservatory roof I did, I thought it would take me an hour, and it was more like 4 hours. You get two types. You can get the glass or the polycarbonate panels, and you can get a bit of discoloration on those panels, but to clean up those roofs, you can use your water-fed pole and your brush. I personally like to have a different brush for cleaning up conservatory roofs, but that's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people that are able to just do it with the brush that they use for everything, but maybe you might need a little bit of cleaning chemical on there, and you effectively just scrub it in and rinse it off. But they do take a lot longer than you realise. You can have a lot of scrubbing, a lot of dirt comes out the corners, and they are quite time consuming to do. But if you have a really dirty conservatory and you get it back to white and looking really good, it can be very satisfying, and the wow factor to the customer is fantastic, and often you get a great reaction when people see what you've done to their conservatory roof and how much you've cleaned it up. The particular tricky bits are the finials, which are at the top, the little decorative bits that go along the top. They can get quite brittle. I personally haven't broken one, but I've heard of people that have snapped some of them off and they can be quite expensive to replace. So you've got to be careful, but also you've got to get it clean. So there's a fine line between scrubbing too hard and not scrubbing hard enough on that, which is why a lot of us would use some sort of TFR or some sort of cleaning chemical to help you with that job. Now, I personally have stopped offering conservatory roof cleans to anybody apart from my regular customers. I used to get a lot of people phoning me up wanting a conservatory roof clean, and you turn up and it's like green and it hasn't been cleaned for years, and you know you're going to be there for a long time, and really you can't charge the money that you would want for doing that job for so long. So me personally, I don't offer conservatory roofs now. I will just only do them for my regular customers, and if they want them done regularly, that makes it a lot easier to maintain them, and obviously the job is easier because it's done more regularly. So you've got your water fed pole equipment, you can clean windows, you can clean conservatory roofs. The next thing that you could offer to clean is solar panels. Now, they are becoming very popular these days. A lot of people going down the route of getting solar panels on their houses, not ones that they've had for a grant where they don't own them, but a lot of people are paying out thousands of pounds to have these solar panels put onto their property so that they can live with lower electric bills and sort of live off grid. And over time, these solar panels will get dirty with algae and bird poo and just general dirt. So offering to clean solar panels is a great add-on service. Sometimes they are hard to access. If it's on a two-storey property, you may need some sort of scaffold tower or a ladder to get up to these solar panels. I have been able to clean some from the ground with a 35-foot pole, but it is quite tricky and it's hard to get the pressure onto the solar panels. But if they're done regularly, there shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to do it from the ground. So that's another good add-on. Now, another good add-on is to clean soffit fascias and the outside of the gutters. Now, we've all seen them on the properties there. They get green over time and they start looking grubby. And I personally love cleaning soffit fascias and gutters. And if I could do one or two of those jobs a week, I would be more than happy. I find that they pay well if you've got your pricing structure correct, and you can fit them in whilst you're at someone's house, because when you're cleaning those gutters, the windows will get dirty anyway. So I try and do them alongside the window clean as well. So if someone asks me, I will schedule it in for the next time I'm cleaning their windows. Clean all the soffit fascias, gutters, clean the windows afterwards to get rid of any chemical that you may have sprayed around. And on the whole, they make properties look 100 times better when the gutters are clean. Everything looks so fresh and so clean and so bright. And I absolutely love doing them. Now, a normal sort of standard 3-bed house, I can clean those soffit fascias, gutters in under an hour. And my prices start at about £95. So £95 for an hour's work, a little bit of chemical and a little bit of elbow grease to get them clean. I don't think that's too bad, and that's why I like doing them. And if I can have an extra hour on the day, be able to add that on, then I'm more than happy to put it on that day and get it done. And it is a good add-on and can really boost your money for the week. Now, what I will say about cleaning soffit fascias and gutters, you do have to manage the customer's expectation. Quite often you turn up and you think it's going to clean up really well, and you might have some staining on the fascia boards or on the guttering. It just depends how old they are, how long ago they were cleaned. But on the whole, they do generally clean up really well, and I absolutely love doing soffit fascia and gutters as an add-on service. So if you're offering to clean soffit fascias and gutters. It won't be long before people start asking you if you clear out gutters. This happened to me. I started my business in September, and by November, people were asking me, do you clean out gutters? My gutters need cleaning out. They're full of leaves. They've got plants growing in them. They're full of moss, or there's a blockage and they're overflowing. And I suddenly realised, although it was something that I wanted to do in the future, there was a lot of work out there for it. So I brought myself a small compact gutter vac, which was easy to carry through people's houses, that could easily fit in my car because I was working from a car at the time. So gutter clearing is a great add-on, especially during the autumn and winter months. That's when you see most of the demand for that service. If you look back at the work that I've done over the last year, I've done gutter clearing every single month. So for me, that's a good all year round service. Obviously, you will have to invest in a gutter vac, and you need to be able to store that somewhere as well. But once you have that gutter vac, you can use it for other things. So I have a job which I go to once a year, which is an internal like dusting job. It's on a milking parlour, and I go there and I vacuum the ceiling inside to get rid of all the cobwebs and all the dust. So that is a great add-on. If you have your gutter vac and you can market it well, you could pick up factories, churches, schools, all these buildings where they have high ceilings, they're not able to clean inside, and it won't be long before the cobwebs build up there and the dust. And some particular factories, especially food factories, if they're using a dusty ingredient to to make the food, whatever they're making, be it, say they're doing bread and they're using flour, that dust gets everywhere, and they might need someone to come in and clean that area to stop it falling down and contaminating any of the surfaces below. So there is money to be made in high-level vacuuming and dusting, which you can do with your gutter vac. Now, you might also notice that if you've got some new build properties near you, after a few years, the render on the outside of a property starts to show like some red and green through it, the algae and that, and the render, I think it's K render, and it starts showing red, and you can see that these buildings are starting to look really dirty. Something you can do is offer soft washing. Now, I would suggest that you have training to do this. You are playing around with some pretty nasty chemicals if you get it wrong. And obviously there are laws around using these chemicals. But to soft wash a building, get it back to looking really nice and clean, instead of getting it painted, that is a great add-on that you can do to your window cleaning customers. So you can, while you're going around, you can spot these buildings that need cleaning, and mention it to your customer that you also clean the render and give them a price. Now, finally, some more add-ons that you could offer. I've thought about this quite a few times. I'm yet to go ahead and do it, but is to offer pressure washing. Now, I have so many customers that have block paved drives, nice patios, and over time they get dirty and they're not looking their best, or they start getting slippery. You notice it in the winter months when it starts getting slippery out there, and you can offer to pressure wash their drives, their patios, and get them looking back to new again. And you can earn really good money doing pressure washing, but what I will say is it is quite seasonal. And then once you've got the pressure wash equipment, you see it a lot that these days. People go into roof cleaning, they give up on the window cleaning, they do pressure washing, and then they go into roof cleaning and they clean the moss off of the roofs. Now, you can do that either by scraping the moss off and applying a biocide, or use your pressure washer and have the pressure turn right down, and you pressure wash that roof and remove all the moss and algae, and then apply a biocide treatment. So there are quite a few add-ons that you can do. There's probably more that I haven't thought of, Okay, so when should you offer these additional services to your customer? Now, for pressure washing, it's generally March to October. Gutter cleaning, I find, is all year round, although from October to March is probably more busy than in the summer months. Soffit fascias and gutters, I would recommend people getting them done between March and October. Generally, in the winter, I try and put people off if they are asking about them because they're just going to get dirtier quicker in the winter. So, who can you market your additional services to? Now, I would personally utilize my existing customer base. I have about 300 window cleaning customers. They already trust me and they already know that I do a good job. They know me. They know I'll take care of their property. So I try and market to those customers first. I send out occasionally a text message. So I've done one recently where I just said, now is a good time to get your soffit fascias and gutters cleaned. If you want to get booked in before I start getting really busy, now is a good time to ask about it. Sent out a few messages and got a few people booking in. I'm yet to send out a few more. I've noticed a few more on the round as I've been going about doing it that could do with the clean. And I direct these customers to my website where they can see the prices. And then there's no shock when I say it's going to be X amount of money. So yeah, I would utilize your existing customer base. And then after that, you can advertise it to other people. So either through your website, through your Facebook page, your Instagram page, something like that. Google My Business, any of these things you can put photos on and people see that you do that service and then they ask you to do the same for them. Now you might have your van sign written and you might have a list of services on there. For me personally, add-ons, I might be doing them for one of my regular customers, and quite often I'll get a neighbour coming over and asking me if I can do the same sort of thing for them because they've seen you cleaning it. It's a great advert to be seen actually doing the job, and they know that they can see the results you're getting, and they know you can do it. Now, if you're going to be advertising on social media, videos are better than photos, but photos are better than nothing at all. So if you can do a little before and after video, that gets people watching it a little bit more. And me personally, for my window cleaning customers, every time I clean at their house, I leave a little receipt and it actually lists my services on there, and I have tick boxes. So I tick what I've done, and they're obviously looking at that every month. They can see that you clean soffit fascias and gutters, and it sinks in over time, and then they get a text message from you about it, and they decide they're going to go ahead. It doesn't work every time, but there is a good conversion rate for your existing customers, and that's the idea. You've got that initial base of customers. Why not use them? Why not get them to spend more money with you? There's something that really annoys me is when I turn up at someone's house to clean their windows and they've had their gutters done by someone else and say, why don't you ask me? I didn't know you did it. That really annoys me because it's been on their receipt. They might have seen my Facebook page, but it just didn't register with them. So I need to be more proactive in actually getting these jobs, which is why this year I've been sending out text messages to encourage people to get booked in. Now, for my regular window cleaning customers, I will offer them a discount. Might give them 10% off. After all, they are your existing customer that you service often, and why not give them a discount for being loyal to you? So it might encourage them a little bit more to get booked in. But yeah, definitely utilize the customers that you've got. So why do I like the add-ons and the additional services so much? As I said earlier, I can earn about 40% more in a day by doing these additional services. And for me, if I can go to someone's house and do maybe 3 or 4 different jobs for them, I'm only travelling there once. I'm not spending all day going to 15 different properties. I might only go to 2 properties in one day. but the earning potential is much greater. I'm not spending time traveling. I'm actually earning money when I'm doing those additional services at that property. So I absolutely love them. Also, it gives me a variety. It helps me use different muscles in my body to do continually clean windows every day, all day. It can get very repetitive, and I like to break it up and do a few different things. Keeps my mind active, and yeah, I really enjoy the additional services. I can earn a lot more money uh, doing them than I can actually window cleaning. And obviously, if you can spend more time at one place, there's less driving, less wear and tear on your van, and you're working for more of that time, so that ultimately your hourly rate will go up. And I've proved it a number of times over the last few years. I might have been going around doing window cleaning £250, £300 a day, but then I've gone to one house for the whole day and cleaned various different things, cleaned out the gutters and cleaned the conservatory roof and the windows, and I might have earned £500 in a day. It is a little bit harder work, but you know, I absolutely love it, and I love seeing the transformation on the house when you've cleaned everything and it's all looking really clean. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Add-ons for your window cleaning business, are they worth it? I think they absolutely are, but I think you need to be careful with which services you pick. So, for example, pressure washing. If you only did pressure washing, you are always looking for the next big job to do. You've got They might take you all day, but you've got to find new jobs every day to do, and it's very seasonal. For me, the window cleaning is there every month without fail, and if I can add on a few of these extra jobs in the mix while I'm doing the window cleaning, then that really boosts my income. And like I said earlier, you need to sometimes you need to buy a bit of extra equipment, but it will soon pay for itself if you are marketing to those existing customers. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Why not get out there and offer these extra services to your customers? Who knows how it will push your business and where you'll be in 12 months if you can be earning more money, do a variety of work. You might enjoy the variety or find that you really like something, or you might find that you really hate some of them, and then you know which ones to do and which ones not to. But if you don't try and you don't ask and you don't offer these additional services, are you actually missing out on potential income and the potential to grow your business? So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment, why not subscribe, like the video and all of that. It really helps me out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.